So this video is going to be about how I wash clothes in the Roadtrek. Potentially. I have to put potentially in there because I haven't actually washed clothes in the Roadtrek with this yet. But I have it all set up and I'm going to give it a shot and see what the results are. So the first thing we need to do is fill it with water. Now normally inside this would fill up through here from the faucet into the drum, but I don't have water readily available here, so I'm going to just use a bucket. That gets us up to a minimum level. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of detergent. How much? You use very, very little amount of detergent. That's about it. About maybe half a tablespoon. Since I don't really know what the capacity of this machine is, I'm going to start with what would make it useful to me. A couple pair of socks, underwear. This would take the place of another suit of underwear, I guess. T-shirt, pair of pants, I think there's room for one more T-shirt. So that would be ideal. Now that I have that in there, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up the rest of the way with water. And turn it on. These clothes aren't very dirty, so I'm going to turn it on for about 6 or 7 minutes. We'll take a look at what it's doing under here so you can see what's going on. So there we can see it doing its thing. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the water in. I think that helps things move around a little bit. Things are tumbling around a little bit, flipping around. That's what we're looking for. I think I'm one T-shirt too many. I think that's a better load. So I would say one T-shirt, one pair of pants, a couple pairs of socks, and a dish towel. I could probably, substitute the socks and the dish towel for another T-shirt. But I think that's the kind of action you're supposed to have, not what I was getting with this other T-shirt in there. Doesn't that look more reasonable? Things flopping around in there, moving around. That other T-shirt was kind of binding things up. So we'll let this go for its time distance, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's the cycle. Now before I drain this, I'm going to pull out the generator and make sure this will run on the generator. Well, there it is. It seems to be running quite nicely on the generator. The generator is cycling up and down, and that's good for the generator. It helps seat the rings and get things broken in properly for it to operate at various RPMs. So everything seems to be working the way it's supposed to, and that's good. I'll be able to wash clothes out in the middle of nowhere on this little generator. We'll let it run a minute or so longer and then drain the water out of the washing machine. Okay, so to drain the water, there's a little hose here that you use to drain the water. I'm just going to put this hose in this other hose and let the water drain out into the garden. That'll take us a couple minutes. We're going to pour a little water into rinse. This isn't something you want to kind of leave by itself. You want to monitor it because things get a little tied up once in a while, and it's easy enough just to move the clothes around and unloosen it. Okay, so we're going to call that good, and now we've got a bunch of wet clothes here. So this doesn't have a wringer, unfortunately, so I'm the wringer. I'll get back to you in a minute. So here's what I was able to wash. 2 pairs of socks, a dish towel, a pair of underwear, a heavy duty t-shirt. This is a very heavyweight t-shirt, probably the equivalent of 3 regular t-shirts, a pair of lightweight travel pants, and I stress lightweight because I don't think you could wash a pair of Levi's in here, maybe kids' Levi's, but certainly not a pair like the size I would wear. But anyway, can I do yesterday's clothes and have them ready for tomorrow? Yep. So there's my change of clothes. Shirt, pants, shorts, and socks. And I can even wash my dishes and dry them off with a clean towel. So we have a bucket of dirty water, I guess you'd call that kind of, it's really not dirty, it's just kind of gray. That's why they call it gray water. So I'm going to drain that out in the garden and call this a success. This unit is about 18 inches high, 12 inches wide, and 13.5 inches deep this way. So that gives you an idea of the size of it. Oh, the next question is, where am I going to store this? Well, that's easy. So here we go. Here's the shower space. All I have to do is build a little shelf above the toilet, and I have plenty of room in here to store whatever size washer I come up with. So you saw the clothes out on the makeshift drying rack in my carport, but how am I going to dry clothes when I'm out on the road in the Roadtrek? Well, after dripping dry, you know, wringing them out, getting as much water out of them as I can, then probably the best clothes dryer is the inside of the Roadtrek. I have a fantastic vent fan right up there, sucking air up through the clothes, and of course the floor in the Roadtrek is a shower tub, so any little errant drips that come off the clothes can just drip down there and it won't hurt anything. So that's my plan. Of course, I'm going to get a rod that's maybe a little straighter, that goes across a little straighter, but actually what I have works fine. This will be great at nighttime. I can just crack a window open, get fresh air, and have the fantastic fan blowing on the clothes all night, and they should be plenty dry by morning. We're going to go online now and see some different models of these. One in particular that I'm interested in has a spinner inside that enables you to spin dry the clothes and get most of the moisture out of the clothes so they don't take as long to dry. That's the one I'm interested in. Some of them have 2 chambers, some of them just have 1. So we're going to just take a look at different models on the internet. Well, if we look on Amazon, there are literally several, if not teens or 20s of these various kinds of washing machines, all different kinds. Mine's kind of dated. One like this, 6.6 pounds, the Costway mini washing machine, probably about the nearest to what I have in the van. So they've got tons of them on Amazon. They've got ones that have spin dry cycles along with the washer. That would be handy. I would like that. They have several of those. They're all about $100. Let's see, one that would be similar to the one I have. This would be nice. This is about 5.5 pounds. It's about the same size, I think. Let's see if there's some dimensions. Yeah, here we go. So 14.2 by 14 by 19.3. That's pretty close to the same size as the one I have. 5.5 pounds capacity, and it's $80 with Prime. And this one is nice because it has a spin basket. That would be a nice addition. When the one I have gives up the ghost, this would be probably the one I would get to replace it. A Panda 5.5 pound countertop washing machine with spin basket, $80. So there you go. That's where you can get one. As always, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you think it'd help somebody else, share it with them. Subscribe if you'd like to. I appreciate everybody that subscribes. I'm almost up to 500 subscriptions now. And always, as always, comment as you see fit. Thanks for watching. Till next time, see you later.